it says weight entered in each row below, and it's looks like it's default for ignoring quantity, and then
Hmm.
it's the other one is quantity plus weight.
Yes,
Uh, right?
correct. Yeah.
Cool. And Ninja, if I'm looking at this correctly, probably not, but I am just below carrying capacity because I did switch it to quantity and weight. So I might be wrong, I might not be, because if ignoring quantity, I'm well within it, but if I'm counting uh the how many I have, I am like 2 pounds under my max capacity,
Nice.
right?
All right, I will ditch my bedroll, my mess kit, and my tinderbox just to appease the space gods. And I guess I'll keep 4 rations. That's fine. 2 water skins.
Hmm. Actually, looking at it right now, max capacity I'm below, but looking at it right now, I'm way above heavy encumbered.
I'm not even encumbered.
Double check with the inventory thing, because you
Well, I
know
did.
where it has that inventory bar.
Yeah.
Try and switch it to quantity and weight.
One.
Yeah. So I have 83 pounds on me, carrying max of 180, but my encumbered is at 60, so I'm 20 pounds encumbered.
Yep.
And that's not even, I haven't even taken anything from this list. So,
Yeah, because you wear armor and you're not a strength character.
Yeah.
oh, my strength is the same as Llama, I believe.
Yeah, but you're small.
But that's true. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
tiny.
Okay.
This is quite the conundrum.
Not really.
We'd have to go very, very slow and very, very carefully for the travel down the mountain.
Well, I mean, I can upcast a couple times for an hour enhance ability, which will double carrying capacity for when we get to those tricky parts of the climb down the mountain. You know,
Okay.
I can do that twice to myself and one other person, or who's most encumbered,
Gotcha.
Me and
and I
Shay,
can
basically.
yeah, and I can do it 3 times on second level at the spell cost. You know,
Okay.
so like all told, I think we can navigate down without too many. There you go. Supposed to want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm not even encumbered. I just made sure I put my weight in for all my gear. I'm at
Yeah.
60 pounds, 22 of which is coins, and encumbered is 85.
Nice.
So, and they're all in the backpack. So, it's just a heavy backpack, which I'm not even encumbered by.
Okay. Still though, this is going to be a very interesting trek
Woman.
down.
No. You provoked me. You provoked
I mean, guys, I do want to remind you that you can take your backpacks off,
Yeah.
tie it to a rope, and just lower the backpack
The
down.
the tricky question is who has rope because Mott doesn't because he's tied up the horses.
I have a 10-pound hempen rope.
Okay.
I have a 50-foot rope. So
Yeah, that's the default. I have 50.
Nice. All right. And are you going to toss that one away to fill up your backpack?
I imagine I can like attach it to my belt or something
Okay.
if I'm not using it.
There are loops and stuff on the sides of the backpack where things like rope are supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I mean, I threw out my bedroll. I don't know if I needed to do that, but I did.
Wait. I know Mott tied some of the horses up, but I thought somebody else did as well. When we did stuff because I know Flame tried to talk to the horses, and we all went, "Yeah, no, we don't trust it," and tied up the horses, or at least Mott did. Could have swore somebody else did the rope as well.
Did they say send you the ice cream one?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah. But we got all this stuff.
Okay. Where would you like it?
Yeah, cool.
You put it here, or put it on the ground, out of direction.
If I ever
Take
die
your
again,
time.
my next character is Artificer, so I can get a bag of holding.
Oh, we also just before we went to the loot, though, we did cut up this
Yep.
this dude
Yeah,
and got a
you guys-
vial of blood.
You guys skinned him and got the blood. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the
Up there.
skinned him, got the blood and the heads. And Mr. Dragon Man, Brax. There we go. I remembered it that time. Said that he would at least do us the solid and carry it down for us.
Yes.
Mm.
So, Lawman, you have 900 gold? Just double
Whoa.
checking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I carried the rest.
So we leaving the silver and copper then?
Yeah, we're leaving the silver and copper. It's not worth it.
And that's at least 100.
It's 116 gold, 16 for the
Yeah.
copper, 100 for the silver.
Yeah.
For temporarily stealing your things, sir.
Oh shit.
I mean, we could take the silver, but we don't really. You would have to take it, Mott.
With all the gems that he currently has that he's never been able to unload, he has no more space.
Okay, so we're doing like a group loot situation, huh? If we want to buy something, we go to you.
Currently, it's just because Mott has connections into the underground and can sell gems and stuff that we procure in interesting ways, and people won't ask questions.
Well, adventurers get gems all the time.
Yep.
Yes, but whether or not they can sell those gems is the question.
Yep.
Because not every jewelry store, not every gemsmith is going to take gems
Very much.
from adventurers because there is a
Mm.
chance that they could be ill-gotten.
Yep.
Right.
Depends
Well,
entirely on the gemsmith you guys go to.
we're banned from cities anyway, so.
You're not banned from cities. You just
Wanted.
have a bad habit of making enemies in them.
Burning them down. You know.
Okay, so let's. What rolls do we need? Let's do this.
Oh Lord. All right, so
We're
you
going
guys-
to take our time and go slow and be smart about like using backpacks on ropes and stuff like that. We're not going to rush it.
All
by
right.
any means.
Well, it took you a couple of days to get up here, going at a normal pace for the mountain. Going slowly, it's going to take you at least 2 days to climb down, like 2 full days. So two
Okay.
full
Well,
rests.
I'm gonna. I don't have a bedroll anymore, so I guess I'm roughing it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I do actually have a question.
Well, if you don't have a bedroll, you're gonna have to make con saves against exhaustion then.
Do I absolutely need to throw away my bedroll? Because I don't need to weight wise, but volume wise. Is it like attached to my backpack or something?
Most bedrolls are either stuffed in the backpack or attached somewhere outside.
It's something to separate.
Yeah, they're like
What would I?
on the top loop of a backpack. You know, you can.
Use that box, the Amazon box.
Yeah, what?
Have you ever seen like a hiking bag where
Yeah,
the sleeping bag is looped to the front and top?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
going to.
generally how they work. Right?
I'll tell you what. I won't toss away my bedroll until it becomes like a big problem where then I'll reconsider.
Okay.
Probably
So I
shove
have
it
my
in
bedroll.
Mott's bag
Yeah,
if
there we
it
go.
comes
Shove it
down
in
to
butt
it.
bag.
Mott has space. A little bit.
I have 2 pounds of extra space that
Oh, really?
Mott can
I did throw
physically
away my
carry.
mess kit and tinderbox though.
And that's if I did my inventory correctly.
All right.
Fine. We're all fine. It's
So
fine.
you guys meet Brax outside. He has the pelt and the heads with him. He looks at you and, well, see you at the bottom, lads.
I
And then
salute
he
him.
transforms back into his dragon form, scoops the hide up in his claws, and carries it down the mountainside.
Huzzah. I'm gonna do the same.
What's the odds we find a friendly dragon in these mountains? That's pretty good odds, I'd say.
I mean, he was the, the friendly dragon.
Yeah, pretty good odds. Like,
You guys had the good luck to roll one of the metallic dragons. You guys could have rolled something much, much worse.
Glad we didn't.
That happens to me. That's
Alright,
why I was
so,
getting
hmm.
we were talking about that stuff.
I suppose we're just gonna go down the mountain.
mhm.
Okay. So, like I said, it's going to take you guys 2 full days to march down the mountain, being careful. Where did I leave that pencil sharpener? Sweetie, have you seen my little red pencil sharpener anywhere? Shoot. I need to sharpen it. Is that one sharper? Got a better point than this one? Let me see. Yes, it does. Alright, so you guys spend the 2 days getting down the mountain. When you get down to the bottom, it's a little bit windy. You look around, you look up, and you can see storm clouds rolling in. Brax is sitting there curled up against the base of the mountain, watching for you guys. When you show up, he unfurls around the pelt. Well, no problem from here. Do me a favor and don't come back.
Okay.
All right, nice meeting you. There's some silver and copper we left back in the cave if you want it.
Mm,
He kind of smiles and, oh, I'd planned to take whatever you didn't.
In all honesty, our eyes were probably bigger than our stomachs because that trek was very cumbersome.
Mhm.
Alright,
He
then
takes off with a gust. It blows Brian backwards about 3 feet
Yeah,
from
baby.
the sheer force of the wind, and he takes off into the sky, leaving you guys with your pelt and heads.
So, how far away is it from our horses?
Ah,
Uh, your horses are still tied where you left them.
Mhm.
They're not happy because there was a great glumping dragon not 20 yards from them.
Yeah, I feed them, water them if they haven't already.
We'll at least try and calm them down because I think they're going to be holding
Yeah,
holding our
they're
everything.
not happy. They are very much not happy. They are
that would
antsy. They
crack
don't
me for
take
the
any
day.
food. They don't take water. They're just very. They pull at their reins. They're not happy. So you are going to need to make animal handling checks to calm
But
your animals.
Mott's going to shrug off his backpack and approach him and see if he can try and calm these guys down.
Go ahead.
On the roll.
You missed it by one.
Damn it.
This is a dragon. This is dragon fear we're talking about. They are
Oh, yeah.
freaking out because
Yeah.
that thing was 20 yards from them, and they could have very well been eaten, and they
Yeah.
couldn't get away.
I'm gonna cast speak with animals so I can actually talk to them
Okay.
versus just trying to like wave my hands and make them feel better kind of thing. But I will wave my hands and be like, "Whoa, chill out, my dudes. That was a friendly dragon. He wasn't gonna eat you."
They don't. All you get is panic, like shrieking and like gibberish. Like they're not in a state of mind to speak with you.
Hmm.
Well, you guys think we should just stick with them for a bit and hopefully they calm down with, the dragon gone and us being here?
Yeah, we can just. So they'll calm down eventually. We can just wait for a little bit, set up a
Um,
campfire.
the only problem is, and he's going to point towards the sky, going, that storm probably going to hit us.
Wouldn't be the first time we hung out in a storm.
Yeah, but horses are already spooked. I'm just hoping that we can
And
actually
you
calm
guys
them
are
down before that
basically
storm
at
group.
the bottom of a mountain range out in the open. There's an
Mm-hmm.
open plains all the way around you. There's no shelter.
Yeah. So it's more of a, well, let's hope it's not too rough.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, and this time you guys can take watch. I kind of don't want to do it this time around.
all right. So you guys you guys can get about another hour or two's travel out of today before the sun begins to get low and the storm starts to roll overhead. So if you wish to do that, you may, or you can bunker down next to the mountain.
I think we'd just make the horses not spooked, not really move them, and just kind of be in the general location going, hey, it's cool, we're chill. Right, guys? Or was I mistaken on it?
It takes an hour.
Yes, no?
Good talk.
How about I can leave your party for now?
I'm sorry. Who were you asking that question of?
I was asking it of you guys, the fellow players. Were we sticking next to the mountain to help calm down the horses with our presence? Or are we going to try and just lead them by the reins and continue on for a couple hours?
I think we want them to calm down on their own, so moving them as little as possible, right?
Okay, cool.
Also, we could use the
Right.
mountain as somewhat kind of cover, maybe.
Mhm.
At least directional cover, whatever.
There you go.
All right.
So yeah, I think we're going to just stick next to the mountain for the night. So do we have a watch set up?
I'll take first watch.
All right. So you guys. All right. So you guys bunker down, get as settled as you can, watching the storm race across the open plains towards you. Um, as you as the storm hits, as the wind picks up immensely. The rain starts to come down. It's coming down at a heavy angle, and the thunder that follows the lightning is loud. It's numerous, and it's almost constant.
Um,
Hell, this is fun.
just looking up at the sky and the rain, going, huh? We did all this for the rains, and the rains have already come. That
And me
really
without my
fucking
tent.
sucks.
So Ninja, we traveled for a couple days, right? You
Yes,
said. So we got back our spell slots and would
yes.
have been able to. Okay. Um.
Turn that down so you guys can actually look at it.
And the kind of area we're at, is it like a grassland area?
Yeah,
Is it desert now or?
it's like prairie. It's like rough prairies. Like not it's not super high grass. Like it's only about maybe a couple inches tall, but
Okay.
it's pretty much that's what you see is what you get. It's a flat prairie lands.
Okay. Would I be able to use this spell to create us like a shelter? Like if I did it as an action? I can channel vitality into plants.
I'm reading it. Give me a second. Um, it's you're not going to be able to shape the plants like that. No.
Okay.
All that will do is make the grasslands pretty much just go poof, like a like a bad afro or something.
Can we
Okay.
do it and then make a grass hut?
I'm gonna do it anyways. Flame's gonna do it because he just learned the spell from leveling up or whatever, and so he's like practicing it, trying to see if he can control the plants. So kind of thematically, he's like gonna do his meditation, cast this spell to make the plants grow in hopes that he can make them, shape in the way he wants, and then discover that he can just make them grow but can't shape them. So that
Okay.
he's gonna be like, grow, and then all of a sudden all the plants grow. And he's like, didn't exactly do what I wanted, but that's pretty cool.
Well, if nothing else there, Flame, it should help the horses calm down through this storm, give them something to eat.
Yeah,
Say,
the horse is not happy.
I thought you were a fire wizard.
I am a druid, bruh, and I am connected with all things fire and earth, water and sky.
Hey, guys,
Uh-huh.
Uh,
there's a thing I can do that's really selfish, and you probably will despise me for it, but I kind of want to do it because this rain is really getting on my nerves.
Okay.
what you got?
Ninja, is there any like stone or boulder near us
There are a few like large boulders at the foot of the mountains. Yes.
that are like larger than me?
Yes.
Are you gonna meld into stone?
I kind of want to. I'm gonna point at the stone and be like, I could totally just go in there.
Wait, wait, go in, like, underneath it?
Like in it, like you get a cocoon and you make a door. I can make a door and enter the cocoon. You know,
What vile sorcery is that?
Says the
clerical.
Oh, you're a cleric?
You're 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 you- you're just now realizing that,
What god do you worship?
Stiralali.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what that is?
No.
Okay,
What
what if
is it?
she's honest?
it's the halfling god. Uh,
I thought the
you
halfling god was Yolanda.
you really didn't know I was a cleric
I thought you were just a funny sorcerer who smoked a lot.
and healed you.
Yeah, isn't that sorcerer magic?
Sorcerers don't really heal, my friend.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Flame and be like, now I really want to melt into stone.
Put you
Problem
guys
is,
on a small grassland map because I have one.
if you do that, you won't be able to know if we get into trouble or if we leave.
Well, I can hear barely,
Not really.
I mean a little bit.
I
No,
mean,
not really.
over the storm?
You're just gonna have to, like yell really loud where I enter.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious anyway.
But I won't be able to like, watch.
Oh, I see how it is.
Well, I'm in the stone. I can't see anything. Can
Well,
I do it, please? Please, please?
I'm curious enough. You can go ahead and try.
What happens if you sleep or if you
Uh,
like sleep in the
give me,
stone
give me,
and it
give me a
lasts
second.
longer
Sorry, I
than
got a phone call.
8 hours?
Sorry.
You're good.
I am actually a little curious. I can't remember
Oh
what Meld in
man,
the Stone does.
that's the spell. You spell is like building yourself into the equipment you carry for the duration of your or just no, you can't see what for surface. Aware passage of time because of immersion stone. You otherwise can't move. Provider physical doesn't harm you. What's
Um,
doesn't say what happens if the spell wears out while you're still inside.
why would it? I would at least assume that it'd be the same as being expelled from it.
Or do
Because
you just become permanently encapsulated in it?
I
No,
think
I
it'd be
mean, you should be able to
well,
tell when your spell's about to end.
not if he's going to
Not
be.
if you're asleep.
Yeah, I
It
think
would
it'd be
like the
funnier if they
weird
just
feeling you
launched
get would
out.
wake you up.
I still think it'd be funnier if you get launched out like 10 feet of it. Well, essentially, the rock just spits him out. That'd be fun. Because that would be one hell of a way to wake up. The only problem is, would would Brian be able to survive that?
What's this?
Because that
All right,
is
I'm
Oh,
back. Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna meld into the stone.
Hmm.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna kind of slink back there, you know.
rules as written aren't clear, but you should be expelled.
Okay.
Gonna try
Oh,
to kill me? Is that what's going on here?
no,
I was
it's
gonna
No.
more of
say, what would happen if you slept through it and then the duration ended?
I mean, the insinuation is you get expelled. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So it's not a pleasant night for those of you stuck out in the weather. Um, the rain is cold. It's coming down in sheets. The thunder is constant and loud. The lightning strikes in the distance are they put on quite the light show.
Oh,
Those of you who spend time in the have spent time in the wilds before, so Grumble, you and Drew, you and Flame, and Brian, if you were out, you guys
Right.
can tell this is a hell of a storm. This is a pretty fierce storm. Um,
Are there winds with it? Is it like 100-mile-an-hour
yeah,
wind?
it's like not 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's more like 30 to 40 mile gusts,
Oh, okay.
but it's enough to threaten to rip your guys' tents off the ground.
Oh, we don't have tents.
yeah, I think
None of
we're
you have tents.
They're
nope.
20 pounds.
Oh my Jesus!
Yeah.
Is it
Why
just
some of us are
really?
hiding in stone.
Oh my goodness! All right. So yeah.
I'm huddled up against the rock as close as I can be, but yeah.
Okay.
Could I try?
It's not going to help
Oh,
very much. The rain and winds just howl around the stone. Um, what was that? What?
I was gonna see if I could like go up to the horses and just like, hey, yeah, I'm bearing through this too, type of thing.
They are the horses are not happy. They're fretting. They're straining against the ropes.
Yeah.
Um, every time the wind gusts and the thunder crashes, they try to rear. They are very not happy with their situation.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll at least try to calm him down. Well, probably won't help none, but he'll try.
All right. Um, which one of you is taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. So make go ahead and make your perceptions at disadvantage due to the weather
Okay.
Ooh, disadvantage.
because visibility is shit. The rain is coming down so hard and fast that you just cannot see more than
15.
20, 30 feet. All right, 15. In the you keep your watch and over the peal of thunder and lightning and the rain constantly just drumming down around you and on top of you. You see in the distance like some kind of you're not sure what it was, but the lightning illuminated something in the distance, it's a good distance out. But it doesn't appear to be like anything dangerous to you. It looks more like something moving around out in the distance. Like
Okay.
even through the storm, like the lightning illuminates it rather well.
When 2 hours pass by, I'm gonna wake Flame up for his watch, and I'm gonna say, in the distance, I saw some Yankee outsiders. They're coming to this material plane.
Okay.
Just feeding him a load of bullshit.
I'm gonna cast dark vision on myself and look around for them.
um, like I said, you can see maybe 20, 30 feet when the lightning strikes uh, illuminate things. You only if you will make your perceptions, we will see what
Oh,
else you see.
yeah. Perception. You said with disadvantage.
Yes, due to the weather.
Roll twice. Okay.
Roll 3
Oh, I
times.
actually rolled 3 times. Sorry.
Okay. 14.
I like the
Um,
second 2 rolls. You should pick from one of those.
No, 14. So again, out in the distance, you do see the illumination of several figures now. Um, you're not sure what they are. You know they're quite a ways out, and every time the lightning strikes in that general direction, which is seeming, it's to your druidic knowledge, it's striking more and more into a concentrated spot that it shouldn't be.
Hmm. Is it striking around them?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Thunder giants. Okay. I have no idea if that's actually. Could I do some sort of like Arcana check or something to kind of guess what
You
things might be? It. I mean, I probably would
you
know.
can make a nature check to see if you recall anything about mountainous regions and their usual like accoutrement of beasties.
Hmm.
All right, a 17. You do know that mountains generally tend to be home to giants of various natures, um, storm giants being one of them.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were gonna keep going. Um. Okay. So, hmm, storm giants dancing around, holding some sort of lightning ritual. Fun. Do they? They're not getting closer though, right? They're just
No, they don't appear to be. No,
they're doing their thing.
they're just
Cool.
doing. They're out there enjoying the weather, so to speak.
All right. Well, at the end of my watch, I will kick away. Come on, Mott. It's your turn to watch.
But I said for you guys to do it.
No, I'm getting my sleep too.
Fine.
And you can figure out how to wake up Brian at the end of your shift.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go back to his corner sleeping spot.
Is this a
Before I do, actually, I'll cast dark vision on him too, so he can see in the dark. Like, here, take this.
and is this rock, is it a tall rock or no?
It's about 6 feet tall, give or take.
Oh,
And
sorry. Bot, there's some storm giants holding some sort of ritual out there. They don't seem to be bothering us except for with the lightning, and then like goes back to sleep.
so, no, what the fuck are storm giants?
All you get is a whistling snore in response.
What the fuck? He said they're not causing us problems. Did Flame at least point out to him, or can
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah. He
Okay,
woke up, said there's storm giants, and he's gonna point in the direction, and then he's just gonna
okay.
go back into his hovel and go to sleep.
Then, uh, and Mott, do you like and per perceive these guys, investigate these guys from the distance? One of the
Roll
two.
your perception.
Perception. Disadvantage?
Disadvantage, yes.
Fuck no.
You even knowing where they are in the general direction, this storm has got you all kinds of out of sorts.
I
You're
mean,
you're wet, you're cold, you can't sleep with the thunder going off over your head constantly.
so
It's miserable.
so city boy out in nature has not liked nature in the middle of a really bad thunderstorm, and it's lightning, and I just got dark vision. Dark vision to animals that have sensitivity light typically don't like bright flashes. So he is having a hell of a migraine right now. But Mott's original plan was to sit up there and kind of at least with his height advantage double check the area, but I don't think that's going to work right now.
The
So, question: how many hours have each of you guys been doing your watch for?
Oop.
Yeah, isn't it
2
2 hour watch
each.
basically?
2 hour watches? What kind of pansy ass shit is this?
There's 4 people, 2 hours each.
Well,
8 hours.
I mean, next time Brian can get the whole night.
Brian is getting the whole night. He's getting all 8 hours, and then he's going to pop out.
I still want to know if he survives or not.
Why wouldn't he survive?
Because
If
isn't
you are
it?
still asleep when you get launched out of there, I am going to count it as you taking force damage because it's
Yeah.
going to shoot you out of there with force.
5d6.
If you wake
I-
up and crawl out of there, that's one thing. But if you're
Okay.
still asleep when your spell ends, you're coming out of there like a cork out of a champagne bottle.
Yeah. It's what is it? 566 bludgeoning damage.
Well, then I'll obviously wake up and crawl out there.
Hopefully, but
Oh, will
nobody's going to
you?
wake you up.
I mean, I'm not that tired, you know.
I mean, Kiba can be like, Brian, it's your watch, and you can get out of there 6 hours.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, that's it. Mott's already
However,
understood the fact that he's in the rock, and he kind of want to see what happens.
And there's no watch for the last watch. Is that what you're saying?
Or he stays
Oh.
up. It's up to him.
Mott doesn't know how to wake
All right,
Brian up from the
Ninja,
rock.
how are we going to rule whether if I wake up in time? How do you want to do this?
So technically speaking, you would. So Shane is correct. You would know when your spell is about to end,
Mhm.
but you are tired. You are. It's been a long trip, and you're still. You haven't gotten a full night's sleep, like great sleep, in a long time, and this is actually fairly comfortable for you. So I'm going to rule it this way for this one instance. Make an Arcana check at disadvantage. If you can roll higher than a 15, then you wake up and don't get expelled.
Ooh.
Oh, you're fucking evil.
I'm giving you a
Disadvantage?
chance. I
Disadvantage
could
though?
give it because he's asleep.
If he was awake, it'd be different.
If he was
No, no,
awake,
no. Yeah,
It wouldn't
yeah.
even be a roll if he was awake.
Let's do that
yeah,
one.
it would
I got it.
no.
I got it. I got it. All right, disadvantage, huh? Oh, I'm failing this for sure. I'm a cleric, not a wizard. My arcana suck.
Exactly.
All right, let's do it, baby.
I told you. I told you it was in that one.
I can re-roll. Unlucky.
He's lucky. He does get the reroll.
Please be another nat one.
He got a
Nope.
20, but
Yeah,
10 as
but
well.
10. All right.
All right. So you basically Mott doesn't wake you if this is what I'm hearing correctly.
Yep.
As and about 8 hours after your spell is cast, there's a sickening sucking sensation towards your feet, and you are thrown out of that rock with some speed. You skid to a halt right about here. I'm only going to give you 3d6 force damage for the skid mark.
Please don't ever say skid mark to me, Ninja. Okay. You could say all these other things, but not
You
skid
take
mark.
12. You take 12 damage from eating dirt. Basically.
I get up, pull the wedgie out of my butt, dust myself off, quote unquote.
At this
Casually,
point, the
casually
storm is
with.
starting to the storm is starting to fade. The thunder and lightning have stopped, and the rain is starting to lessen.
Well, with him popping out, Mott will kind of jump down and go, "How you doing, Brian? That looked kind of rough." I apologize. I didn't mean to laugh.
So back where I'm from, Mott, they used to have these things where you'd take like plastic sheeting and put it on the ground, and then you'd wet it. So then you run and slide on it. It's like a game the kids used to play,
I think I've heard Nobles playing that.
What's
I'm not
plastic?
sure.
Like
But
tarp or like tent canvas,
yeah,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
it was like that. Just looking at the
Just
divot marks.
imagine that without the canvas.
Hmm. So how many rocks did you end up hitting?
That hurt. Not gonna lie, that hurt.
Oh, but I bet it did. And again, that's
Oh. I heal
oh hey.
myself. Look at Mott. Much better.
Nice. Very nice.
Exactly what you needed. Nice. All right. So you guys, the sun is beginning to rise. Through the rain, you can see the bright pink of the bright pinks and oranges morning. Um, and as you guys,
I create a bonfire to dry off.
it's still raining. So
Yeah. But it's a magical bonfire.
yes, but it doesn't mean you're gonna dry off.
Listen, it's a magical bonfire. God damn it.
Happened while it was preheating.
All right. So you guys warm up as best you can. The
Con
horses are
save
calm,
for
the calmer.
con
Go
save
ahead.
for catching sickness, maybe.
No, I'm not gonna make you guys roll
Yeah, I
con
heard
save
you
for
call that.
that. Not tonight.
Okay.
But what was that about the horses?
The horses have calmed down significantly since the storm has mostly abated. It's
Yeah.
mostly just a light rain at this point, and they're not happy. Still, they're tied up and they can't move, and they're muddy and wet and nasty, but they're not like panicking anymore. The thunder and lightning has stopped, and they're not like freaking out from the weather.
Okay. Can Mott try and like maybe just brush off the excess water, like you know, that for another animal handling? Try and calm them down a bit further.
Yeah, you can make another animal handling check.
Fuck.
Um, you
Yeah,
you
no.
start trying to slough water off of them, and the
Yeah.
horse just gets more agitated the longer you try.
Yeah. All
Like
right.
eventually the horse like turns and like tries to nip you.
All right. Well, fuck. I'm just as wet as you are, dickhead.
All right.
I say we mount our
Um,
horses and go, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, I think it's time to go.
I'm not
Well,
wet.
then,
Well, good for frickin' you.
ooh,
Oh, dude, guys, come on.
actually, I do have a question. We could do it where Brian was on the horse with one of us
yeah.
Yes, he
coming
was
up
riding
here,
with Flame.
right?
Hmm.
But with our current loadout, uh, I don't think that's going to be possible because we are very heavy.
He could. Well, we're like 20 pounds heavier each, which is not
Don't
that
forget that
much.
you have the hide,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
is pretty big.
All right. Well,
Uh,
so Brian, Flame, I have a very quick question for you guys, and he's gonna kind of stretch. Do you guys have anything that might be able to help me when I fall over? Because I'm too tired to keep on running.
why are you? What?
Because we're going to load up the horses evenly with all this weight, and that big fucking monster, and two of you guys are going to be on one horse, while another one carries some weights. I'm
Well,
gonna try my best to keep up with you guys.
We don't have to gallop. We could just walk the
Yes, but
Yeah,
horses.
we'll just trot along.
all right, then you guys will be going at a very slow pace, and I will try
No,
and
you
still
can
keep
you
up.
can still have a horse.
We only have three horses. There's four of us plus all of our eight.
Yeah, it should be fine. You got the
So
least load. Uh, you and Brian team up on one horse. I'll take the one of the pelt, and Flame can have another horse.
so I'm gonna tell you this right now. The pelt with the heads is too big for you to ride with it.
Ooh, I think
It
joining
is
my
going to have to
Discord
go over the back
channel
of the
needed
horse.
that though, actually.
like
Okay.
completely.
Yeah, like
So-
I was thinking like
I don't know who that is.
we just trot along. We're not really galloping or anything.
Could we load up one horse to be kind of like a pack
This is my
horse and
Discord
put as
voice
much stuff on
channel.
it as we can, and then ride two to a horse and the other two horses?
I don't want to join it.
Does that
Now
make sense? Like put the pelts and the heads on it, and
you
maybe a
technically
backpack.
could, but it's going that one horse is going to be pushing weight limits. Well, not weight limits, but carrying like that much. If you can't balance it evenly, that horse is going to get exhausted very quickly.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the whole reason why Matt's going, hey, we're going to evenly disperse this thing, and Matt will try and keep up, and that's why he's asking Brian and Flame, going, hey, when I inevitably pass out, pick me up.
Like I said, you don't have to run.
Okay.
You could just, you guys can move at a steady, leisurely pace and still make
What is
plenty
the
good
helmet from
time.
the mod
Yeah.
Switch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
normally,
figured we would be doing, right?
yeah, normally
Yeah,
how I
that's
mentioned
normally what you would be doing.
horse travel between locations, it's just like you're just walking with the horse, but you're on top of it, so you're not getting tired.
It's just with that
Yeah.
helmet.
Fair enough.
Unless you're really trying to like, unless you're like a messenger or
If you
something.
if you're pushing your animal, then you're pushing exhaustion levels on your horse,
I am
Mhm.
and
headless.
that could be potentially degraded.
I'm literally headless.
But if you're just if you're just making a
I'm fucked
leisurely
up,
walk
Skyrim.
through the woods
I'm beautiful.
and you're not pushing the animal, a horse can walk for a long time before getting tired.
I'm
Not as long
Yeah.
as a human, but they can definitely walk for a long time.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that the typical walking speed for a horse is 60, and that plus my bonus movement is 60.
Yeah, but you don't have to constantly be going the full 60.
Fair
That's the
enough.
point.
All right. Then, yeah, I guess we can do that.
It's going to take you guys a little extra time. It's going to add about a half a day's travel, but it can be done.
Yeah, I don't think your full movement speed is a walk anyways. I think it's like a light jog, and then like if
Mhm.
you dash, it's a sprint.
Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
All right.
Like
Then I guess you
when
get.
you're moving in combat, you're moving fast.
Yep.
So
So I guess we're trotting and
Yeah.
Mod is a walking.
Well, we can switch out if you get tired.
yeah, there's nothing saying you guys can't switch places.
I'm stupid.
Fair enough. Mod just didn't think that far ahead.
Pencil. What's
Yeah,
a
the
pencil
main
do?
advantage from horse from point A to point B is that it's just more relaxing. You're not using your energy.
Yeah.
But you can always push it and go really fast if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. The only real reason Mod even offered is because he knows, at least for short distances, he can keep up with horses. So
Hmm.
that's the only reason he didn't even think about. Oh yeah, I don't even have to walk next to the horses all the time. I can just swap out with one of you guys.
Hmm.
Let me.
Shoot. I never did give you guys the total on those.
All right. I'm gonna
Wait, what did you forget?
I'm doing math. Give me a second.
So there is one thing I could do to help us speed up. So if you're gonna walk, so I think we pile up, as much as is reasonable on the horse while still carrying some on our own. We double up. Brian with me with Flame, and then Grumble on his own horse, and we try to distribute things evenly between all three of them. So while you're walking, I can cast Long Strider a few times, so we can go normal leisurely pace and then a little bit faster. So I can do that a few times
Okay.
throughout the day.
153.
I could also enhance either the strength, the carry weight, or the speed.
Okay.
There we
I forgot
go.
to give you guys the total GP value of the gems and the goodies.
All right.
I'll just write that down real quick and put it in Discord.
Okay.
The real
Yeah, we
problem is, what are we going to do with all this money?
Uh,
Buy a bag of
the
oil.
Haul it.
now the if we're in character and you guys are asking that, might
Mhm.
well pipe up going, well, I've actually been thinking on that, and I have an idea. There is a city further to the south, that same one we were going to.
Mhm.
There are some people that can help us disappear, and if I can sell all these gemstones in this pack of mine,
Mhm.
um, we could probably, and well, with all the gold that we currently have, can probably get a ferry out of the country.
Okay.
Why don't we just lay low with the tribe people for a couple months? They're gonna be mighty friendly to us. And then when the heat's off, then we'll do that.
Yeah, definitely for at least a little bit longer. We can decide when
Well,
we go, and when we're no longer welcome there, we can leave or whatever.
don't say that.
Well,
Uh,
they're orcs. They don't want us around forever. We may be friends, but friends can stay too long on your couch. You know what I'm saying, my dude?
You're the
that's
water
fair.
god. They're gonna want you around forever.
Okay. Well, when you guys get annoying, then we can talk about leaving.
Well, that at least I do know that we can get out of this current hotbed that we find ourselves in. We just have to be sneaky in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but you could try that, dude.
Yeah, so no more attacking nobles because they're trying to collect
Yeah.
taxes, Flame.
And grumble.
I wonder if our Manicorian cloaks are ready.
Probably.
Uh,
That is something that we can find out. And, well, we can even make chimeric uh, cloaks or armor next because they just wanted the heads and blood.
Maybe.
no, they need the whole pelt.
Oh, okay.
They said they needed the pelt plus the heads if possible.
Oh, okay. But the heads were the primary thing?
No, the pelt is.
Well,
Okay.
I think we're walking and talking.
Either way,
Yep.
yeah, you
I'll,
guys
I'll,
do this as you move.
I'll use
Um,
Longstrider a couple times to try to speed us up.
all right. So you guys make your way across the plains. It's kind of dreary. It's kind of wet, but it's nowhere near as like jarring as as that last night. Um, you guys make your good chunk of distance. In the and as you guys are traveling, you guys see what looks like a charred and blackened like landscape about a half mile towards the mountains from where you guys are at this moment. And you see several large figures like laying around this charred area, like look like they're asleep.
Nope.
So that's what a storm giant is.
Let's
Um,
make sure we give them a wide berth. We do not want to
Yes, yes,
fuck with
please.
that.
Yeah, no, I've already encountered too many things that are too big, and that is too many big things at once.
All right, so you guys make your way around the storm giants. It only takes you guys a couple miles out of your way, so it doesn't affect your times that much. You come to a stop for the night. The rain has stopped. The clouds are starting to disperse. Um, it's a pretty nice evening considering what you guys went through last night. You guys get some rest, do your watches. I'm not going to make you roll for perceptions because nothing's going to happen tonight. You guys wake up the next morning, continue your travels, switching off with riding whoever wants to ride and who wants to walk as you go. And as you come up upon about the half-day mark, you spy a group of individuals out in the distance, and they're moving in your general direction.
Um,
Uh,
Here you go, bud.
can we distinguish who they are?
They're too far out to be able to make them out, but the small moving darting figures that are surrounding them bring you to mind of the raptors from the orc pack.
Looks like someone's in trouble.
Well,
well,
let's keep moving for now. And just keep an eye on them until we can distinguish what they are.
All right. As you guys get a little bit closer and they come into focus a little better, it is several orcs with their raptors, and they are moving in your direction at a very quick pace.
In a wave.
yeah.
Oh, they're not in
Just
trouble.
just wave at them, and
They see you, they make a beeline for you. They're on top of you within 10 minutes. And as they do, you recognize what, Reese? They're cool, bud. You can pick them up and eat them. They've cooled down a little bit. They've been sitting there a couple minutes. As you guys get up, as they get upon you, you recognize the chief's son and the two scouts from the other day. And he looks at you and he's like, "You must leave now."
What happened?
A band of men came upon the tribe. They claimed to be hunting for individuals that match your descriptions.
Oh,
come
Do you
on,
want
They will
give me
handle
a
it.
break.
take the pelts and
in the
the
blood?
heads
Yeah.
and the blood.
He motions for one of the scouts, and the scout like runs over, pulls the pelt off the horse, takes the water skin from you,
Mhm.
attaches it, like ties it to his side, and begins to move back.
Do you have extra raptor or tent we can have?
He kind of looks at you, and they're traveling light. They've been running. They don't have
Okay.
any equipment except for their spears and a couple of like water skins.
Did you are they still accosting you guys, or did they just show up and leave?
They
Or do you
came.
know?
They came. They asked about you. We told them we haven't seen you, and they left. But two of the scouts, they see them off in the distance, watching the camp.
I see.
If you should return, I fear they will fall upon the camp. My father my father thinks this as well.
That's probably a safe assumption. What do you know? What direction they came from?
They followed the path that I brought you with,
Okay,
which means
so
that
they probably followed.
they followed our trail. That, or they have some other means of discerning where you are.
Can
If
you?
that is the case, I wish you best of luck.
Yes. Thank you. Can you point us in the general direction of the city to the south if you know where it is, or
The city? Which city do you mean?
there's a city that we're kind of heading towards when you found us to the south of where we were.
Ah,
Do you know?
if you follow the road, you mean?
Yeah, if we were to follow the road, can you kind of point us from where we are so we can kind of
Yes.
go in that general direction?
He points sort of southeast. Follow that ridge in the distance for several weeks, and you will find yourself at the base of the sea. Turn east or turn. Hang on. Let me do my math here. Let me do my geography here. Okay.
Literally tell us anything and we believe you.
Yeah. Turn northwest and follow the coastline up. You will be there within 2 days from that time.
Fantastic, thank you.
Sorry about this, guy.
You have done a good service to us, and we will never forget that. Should you find yourselves in this area again and need aid, you may call upon us.
No.
Well, thank you, brother. May you be safe, and may we meet again on better times.
He snaps basically a thump across his chest at you. The two scouts follow suit, and they turn and begin heading back.
I'm gonna imitate it when he does that to me. I'm gonna imitate it back at him.
Okay.
As they're leaving, I'm just going to look to my friends and say, "What about our cloaks?"
Oh, you're right.
Oh
That's
well.
really depressing. Well, next time we visit, maybe we can ask for them. They might not have them at that point,
Come
but
back.
who knows?
Come back in a year to find your cloaks.
Yeah. You guys still got our cloaks? Nah, we sold it to traders 6 months after you were gone, so we didn't
You
want to hang
know,
on to it.
I was actually thinking that if things actually settled down, I could teach some of those kids how to steal shit.
Yeah.
What a wholesome role model you are.
Hey, Flame,
Yeah.
does this mean we can't be the Manticorians?
It just means we have to wait a little bit longer.
We can
But I
still be
wanted
the
to.
Manticorians, but we don't have the cloak.
Well, then we're not the Manticorians.
We just have to wait a little longer. All right, let's follow the directions that we're given and
All right.
get on our way to the next city.
And yeah,
All right.
and in all honesty, why are you guys thinking I'm a role model? You guys remember how we met, right?
I think he was being sarcastic.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't remember how we met.
I think we met at the tavern.
We did.
You guys met at the guild hall. They basically told you he was serving penance.
Yeah, Brian definitely doesn't remember that. He's probably
To be,
stoked.
to be
But
fair,
still
that was
smoke weed.
to be fair, that happened in several. Like that was almost 2 months ago at this point. Like
Yeah,
you guys
it's
been on the road a while.
Off we go.
All right, so off you go. You turn the horses southeast and make your way out into the distance. Once you reach the ridge, it's not much of a ridge. It's more like a low hill side that just continues down as far as you can see. You guys travel for several days with very little incident. You see a couple of like griffins hunting in the sky above you one day, and they don't bother you guys at all. Um, you know they notice you because they wheel over your head a couple of times, and then they just shoot off into one direction.
I know it's
Uh,
not really possible, but I wonder if I can smell the blood of the chimera and go, yeah, no. If they were able to kill whatever that smell
no,
is.
if they could smell the blood of the chimera on you, they'd come after you.
Oh, okay.
Because chimera and griffins are they're natural predators and prey.
Oh, neat. Did not know
They
that.
fight each other for territory constantly. The floor is lava. Oh no, I'm burning. Ah! I'll be all right. Anyway, as you guys settle down for camp one night, you make your bonfire via magic or material means. You get settled in, and about an hour into the evening, you hear a scuffling sound coming from the rocks nearby.
Investigate.
Okay. Um, make your perception rolls for me, or an investigation, depending on whether or not you're approaching it, or whichever one you want to make. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I might as well try and.
No, it was like it was.
I'm gonna see if I can see what it is.
All right. All right. So
Actually investigating it.
three of you are on the up and up with it. Grumble, you hear the scrambling around, but you don't pay it really any mind as you see the other three kind of move towards it. Flame, Brian, you guys, well, Flame and Brian, you guys see what looks like a small tail sticking out from behind the rock. It's a kind of a muddy brown color, about maybe 6 inches that you can see. Mott, you actively are investigating. You come around the corner of the rock, and there is a small brown kobold looking at you.
I'm gonna speak to Indrika, and I can be like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
he kind of looks at you in shock mostly, and then you trespass. You in our lands. Why you ask me why I here?
Are you sure you didn't get lost and end up in our lands?
He kind of looks at you and looks down at the rocks next to him. As you guys look down at where he's looking, you see the entrance of a small like burrow in the ground. It's just big enough for kobold to fit through.
Okay. Well, no need to worry, little man. We will be on our way eventually. We're not going to cause you any harm.
He just kind of looks at you and cocks his head. He looks back at you, Flame, and what he said?
Okay. All right, fine. We'll do the same in Draconic.
All right.
A little bit
He,
more
he
aspirate.
looks at you in shock as well, and you speak mother tongue, but you not kobolds. You like bigger kobolds. What are you?
We are the
Descendants of
descendants of
dragons.
great dragons.
Yeah, Matt was almost about to say the same thing. So probably just an echo of that.
Are you guys? How heavily are you trying to convince him of this?
Well, Matt fully believes it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so does Flame. We're descendants of
Um,
dragons. We have dragon blood in us.
Okay, give me a persuasion roll for this.
Persuasion, eh?
Yes,
Persuasion.
one of you may make a persuasion roll, the other may
Oh,
help.
maybe I should have. I don't know. I only have a +1 to it, so I don't know
Right.
if I was the right person. But
Oh no, you'd be better at it than I am.
okay.
But what was that, Ninja?
You do get help for it because you're both technically doing it, so
Okay.
you do get an advantage on the roll.
Pretty 14 then.
He's gonna make his insight check, which is an ungodly -2, and he matches you. He kind of stares at you real hard. You know, not dragons. No, 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 no. Dragons be big and they be majestic, and you not so majestic.
No, we're not big. We're descendants. We're like you. You're descended from dragons, right? So are we. We're just a
He kind
different
of like
line.
he looks at you as if you've just spoken blasphemy. I know descended from dragon, a kobold.
Yeah, kobolds. Kobolds were made from dragons,
No,
right?
no.
Please
Kobolds
tell
be
me.
kobolds. Dragons be
Yeah.
dragons.
I don't think you know your ancestry.
What's he saying? Are we in trouble?
We're just debating the origins of kobolds and dragonborns and
Oh,
dragons.
ask him if he's had anything to trade.
My
Calm down.
short and stout friend there wants to know if you have anything to trade. He's gonna say
Trade?
draconic.
What
Trade.
you mean? What
Goods
trade?
for goods.
Look at me being confused.
Things you would want to
Goods.
exchange for money, or money you'd want for goods.
What money? And he's
Gold.
generally getting confused at this point and scratching himself.
Gold. Gold pieces.
Gold?
Don't you use gold to exchange for goods?
I don't confuse guys too.
That straightforward.
What gold?
Literally, I just did that.
Kobold no trade gold.
The,
What
Kobold
kind of
trade
kobold are
gold.
you if you're not familiar with gold?
Kobold don't have gold. Why would Kobold get gold?
Why-
And he kind of motions around when he says that.
I
You
mean,
guys
My
got to
dude,
remember, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, we are in the boonies.
my dude, I do not understand you. Like I understand your words, but I do not understand you. I do not comprehend you.
So, just so you know, little guy, we are just gonna stay here for the night, and we're gonna keep on going by morning.
You're shitting me, really.
We're not gonna cause no problems. And you don't have to believe us that that we descended by dragons, but we can definitely demonstrate it if you really want us to.
He
But
kind
you
of
might not like that.
looks at you and like sudden fear goes through his face. No. That's not necessary.
Not anymore,
You camp far side of clearing. You stay away from burrow.
Sure. How big is your family that lives in there?
Uyamba, wait, big?
Oh look, I'm headless.
What you mean big? How
Many, quantity, count.
count? Oh,
That's
he
hilarious.
starts. You see him start counting on one hand, and then he moves
So
to the
much,
other,
I'm just leaving it.
and then he stops and he looks at both hands that are
He was
both
behind
holding
you.
up 4 fingers each,
In a bad way.
and then he starts counting again. We number this many, and he holds up basically 8 fingers.
I see. So you're a small colony.
Wait, no. The thing that I wanted to know was, did he count 4 of each of his claws, and then start over to do another 4 on each, so 16.
He did the 4 and 4, and then the 4 and 4 again.
Okay.
So 16.
Yeah.
He didn't do binary 1, 2, 4, 8, and then Sorry. I mean, if he did, that could mean up to 256 kobolds. So
That would be terrifying.
yeah,
So
yeah, a kobold that knows binary would be terrifying, actually. These are not kobolds we want to fuck with. I'm telling you right now.
He just he's holding up his fingers, and he's got like this kind of a proud look on his face.
So you're a small colony.
Small?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
small. We number, and he like holds up his hands with enthusiasm.
few in number. Few in number. Why
what
are you here?
This is, I
You live
think
here.
this is,
Why
yeah.
else would we be here?
But there's so few of you. Did you escape an apocalypse or something? Was there a plague?
No, our clan has always lived here.
Confusing myself.
I mean,
I acknowledge that.
is your family tree just like one large trunk? Like, why are there so few of you?
How many, like, he's gonna lean over to Flame, in common, going, how many are normal kobold nests?
I would expect there to be hundreds,
That's,
but like just a small colony of like 16 is nothing, right?
I don't know, I honestly thought 16 was impressive. And he's gonna go back to Draconic and go, hey, I think my friend is he's worldly, he's traveled the world, and he's, from what I think he's saying is, he's just encountered other kobold families that have been far larger. I think your number is very impressive.
I'm gonna speak to Bot in common and be like, I actually have no idea. I feel like, as in any city, there should be more than just like a dozen people. You know what I'm saying, my dude?
All right.
Saringa is.
He kind of looks at you in confusion. He goes, "I'll be back," and he like dives down into the.
Okay. I'm gonna go sit on top of the roof of the area that they come in and out.
All right.
Just kind of like look down.
You hear this massive scuttling like cacophony coming through the rock, and kobolds begin spilling out.
So my grade's not gonna have to be able to go out now.
Eventually,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
They all come, like, you see the kobold that you recognize as the first one you came out
20.
saw come out, and he looks up and he goes, "Family."
Oh, so there is a few more than you
It's
indicated.
just all clan. There be Dal clan and Ma clan and Cha clan, and he just keeps going and going and going.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So this is a lot more than we thought.
A lot more.
Well,
Very
greetings,
impressive.
friends.
Very impressive.
They are staring at the two, like at the four of you, in like confusion. Some of them look a little fearful. Like one of the bigger ones is kind of like snarling a little bit on his
Mhm.
throat.
So, did you all come out to see our demonstration of our dragon abilities?
They can't do 34 hours.
You asked to see. You asked for family. This is family. Why you threaten?
I'm not threatening. I'm saying for a demonstration. I thought you wanted to show your family our powers.
Oh, you were confused about family. I brought family. Was that not right?
No, that was
it's
very
fine.
right. This is very impressive. You have a very, very strong family.
Let me demonstrate my powers. And Flame's gonna stand up, and he's gonna look kind of like Let's see if I can do this right.
We'll point.
this direction.
Yeah, we'll point that direction.
And so he's not gonna deliberately not firing him, and then he's just gonna use his fiery breath and just
Okay. All right. You do that, and like several of the kobolds kind of like like they make a weird whistling noise, and some of them like stomp their feet.
Mhm.
Um, the one in charge, the one in front of you, just kind of like jumps back a few feet. Oh, impressive! Shaman can do that too. I fetch, and he like runs back into
Oh,
the hole.
okay.
This is entertaining, but this is going to snowball very quickly.
It just might. But you know what they say, Mott? Everything in life is an experience.
Hey, what's going on?
I don't
Uh,
know. I guess we're
Kobold is
trading.
the kobold wants to show us their family, and so here's their family, and he's gonna turn around and wave at the family. Hi, family.
Some of them wave back at you, and some of them are just staring at you.
Do you guys got any impressive abilities you can show off, like the fire breath I just did?
They kind of they look at one another, and one of the bigger ones kind of steps forward and call. I throw a spear, and he like holds up a small javelin, and
Mm-hmm.
he like chucks it in the air, and it goes pretty good distance before it lands.
Flame's
And he
gonna
kind of like
clap.
puffs his chest up and pounds on it.
Very nice, very strong. What's your name?
He kind of looks at you. Call.
Paul.
They have the family name clan.
I thought, are you all called Call?
No, that dog, that Paul, that no. And he kind of like goes around naming the different kobolds.
All with the different like A, B, C, D, E, F, G letter in front of all.
Yeah,
Hall,
pretty much.
tall, mall, fall,
Yeah.
jaw.
Mott is going to lean over to Brian and Grumble, and he's going to go, this is just kind of a clusterfuck right now. We're currently calm, but we're trying to at least appease them. We're on their lands, apparently, and we are making sure that, or at least trying to make sure that we are not going to be accosted by these interesting guys.
About this time, you see the little guy come rushing out with a much older kobold in tow, and he kind of the older kobold looks at the four of you, and he looks at the kobold. Oh, why you bring me out here? These are why are there strangers at Burrow? And
I,
Doll just looks at him. They are dragons. They
I'm sorry.
breathe fire. You show them fire.
At
And
this
the
point,
shaman just kind of looks at him and looks back at you and says in perfect common, "I'm sorry for my kin. What are you doing here?
In common, I'll just be like, "Oh, we're travelers passing through, and we ran into your kin and started a conversation, and it just kind of took this course."
Ah, I see. He turns around in Draconic. Oh, clan, go home. Go home. No, no dragon here. These are strangers. Go home. And they
I'm
just kind of like,
offended.
you see them kind of slump a little bit, and then they all kind of scurry back down the hole.
I'm gonna just as a parting gift, I'm gonna do it again. The Oh, let me do the FX thing. Oh, there it goes. Just
You guys,
I'm
you
gonna
guys
do it like up in the air,
Yeah.
So so not actually at anybody, but just up in the air. I'm gonna do it as they go into the hole.
Yeah.
okay.
And my he is
The
slightly offended.
shaman kind of looks at you and that's very impressive. Please don't singe anything.
Oh, absolutely not.
Do you have anything for trade? I'm kind of hungry.
What do you have to trade us
We have
that we
money.
would have any need for?
Need for
We look like we use money like honest.
Uh, hmm.
this
And he
far
like
out.
he kind of like crosses his arms and he taps his staff against his shoulder.
Oh yeah, his
Yeah, no. It's more of our friend here, pointing to Flame,
Probably.
makes can make food. It's just very, very bland. We were hoping that you had anything that wasn't.
the game.
He kind of looks at you and you really want to eat kobold food?
About that.
And he kind of like gives you
He's
a
gonna
real hard look.
he's gonna point to Grumble, going, ask him. He's the one that wanted it.
I'm just wondering, do you have any magic items?
Oh,
He kind of looks at you. I am a
why?
shaman of a kobold clan. Not, we do not carry
I'll read down that for $5.
magical anything. We live
We're
on
actively playing it
stone
right
tools
now.
and
No,
and
I
we
am
can
watching his
scavenge.
screen right now.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, wait.
Well, nice to meet you. I guess we'll make camp over here and we'll be on our way in the morning.
You do that. And he
Okay.
kind of
I will try to remember.
makes his way to the burrow entrance and looks up at Flame. Next time you meet a kobold, just tell them to leave.
Oh, why? Why?
Kobolds are very easily confused.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Why do I?
We've
okay.
noticed.
Because I need to drop
Oh yeah.
something.
By the way, what
Then
gods do you worship?
he's already scrabbled down the hole
Oh.
as you asked that.
Bye. He's gonna kind of like lean his head over the hole and kind of wave bye into the darkness.
All right.
Well, that was interesting. Flame says
Yeah.
as he sits back up.
Yeah, that was. Because I honestly thought that could have gone worse.
Well, I mean, if we started attacking him, it would have gone a lot worse. But otherwise, they just seem like living beings that were just kind of existing in this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a thing that just happened. Oh, and
He's not
that's
getting that.
not.
Jesus.
That's actually not all of them that was there. There's probably a few couple dozen clans of that number in that burrow.
He did say there were multiple clans. Yes.
Yeah, there's probably several hundred.
Yeah.
So
So let's try and at least go into the clearing because he did say like over here, right?
yeah.
The ninja.
Yes. Anywhere that's not next to the burrow is fine.
So just as a way to appease them, let's try and go over here. And if any of them get curious enough, let's entertain them and not irritate them, please.
All right. As you guys settle down for the night, surprisingly enough, a kobold does approach you about an hour after the kerfluffle at the burrow entrance. She's female.
This is incredibly
You can tell
frustrating.
by the way she is dressed. And she
Yeah.
kind of approaches you and I have question if you have possible answer.
Sure.
Okay.
What's going on, little
My
one?
my one of my clutch. She You are adventurers, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
One of my clutch, she left home long ago. Said she would be adventurer, be something make Kobold tribe proud. Have you met Kobold named Show?
Is that one of the other adventuring group?
Yes.
Because so we met her at the
You've met her. You
the
met her at
tavern.
the guild. She was the
Yeah.
little kobold that got picked up by the other group.
Yes, actually we did.
Her eyes light up, and is she well?
Yeah.
Last we
Yeah.
saw, yeah. It was a couple months ago last we saw, but yeah.
Good. And you see her. She's clutching something to her breast, and she rushes forward and pushes it into your hands, Flame.
Oh.
You take this as thanks. And she
Oh,
bows her
okay.
head at you and the rest, and turns around and scampers back into the hole.
Thank you. What is it?
It is a small figurine. It's carved out of what looks like bone.
Okay.
It is of a
Aw.
small kobold.
Aw.
How much does it weigh? Less than 5 pounds, I hope.
It's made of bone. It's not even half a pound.
All right.
It's it's when I say it's a small figurine, it's 2 inches tall by maybe an inch in diameter.
Okay. Good. Doesn't make me encumbered.
You guys bed down for the night, get some sleep, and that is where we will end it for tonight. With you
Okay.
guys meeting the All tribe.